Mr. Curry's background, some things that happened to him in his childhood and growing up that were pretty severe as far as the sexual abuse he suffered, as far as the various traumas he suffered and deaths in his life of people that were quite close to him. The issues he suffered as a child were likely exacerbated by his daughter being kidnapped. And I know Mr. Curry has some things he wishes to tell the court about.
My worst nightmare had come true when my wife abducted her 7-year-old daughter, Linda, and left the country with her to Indonesia. From that day on, I felt as if I was watching everything from outside myself. Without my daughter, my child, I was nothing. I was shattered, and I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I turned to all the legal authorities for help, the prosecutors, the Department of State, the United States and Indonesian embassies, the FBI and the United Nations. I also got our case on all the missing persons websites, the local media, and began numerous fundraising efforts, a GoFundMe page, social media pages, and I contacted several charities and churches. I emailed and called the White House many times, and also sought help from several celebrities and political figures, including Donald Trump. This was an international crisis. I cried from the depths of my soul for help. In the end, I got almost none. This time was extremely stressful for me. I felt like the world didn't care. I suffered 5 nervous breakdowns, and I sought help for the trauma I was enduring. I was taking strong prescription medications for my emotions, and 30 days prior to my crime, these made my mindset much worse and suicidal. January 5th, 2017 was one of my darkest days. As storm clouds were in my mind, I began to panic and I couldn't breathe. I then made one of the worst decisions of my life. While I know my suffering does not excuse my crime, I humbly ask you to see in your heart the utter hopelessness I was feeling.
But banks cannot be part of your GoFundMe strategy. I'll sentence you to 36 months in the Department of Corrections. I'll give you credit for the time that you served since you were arrested, I believe, on January 5th.